Most food forest content makes it sound complicated. 7 layers of canopy, exotic species you have never heard of, permaculture design certificates, swales, berms, and guild plantings that require a landscape architect to understand. That complexity is what stops most gardeners from ever starting one. But a food forest does not have to be complicated. At its simplest, a food forest is a permanent planting of food-producing trees, bushes, and ground-level plants arranged so they support each other and produce food year after year without replanting. That is it. No annual seed purchases, no spring transplanting, no tilling, no bed preparation, no seasonal setup. You plant it once and it produces for decades, getting more productive every year as the plants mature instead of declining the way annual gardens do without constant inputs. A backyard food forest does not replace your vegetable garden, it surrounds and supports it. The annual garden produces the bulk of your vegetables. The food forest produces fruit, berries, herbs, and nuts on a permanent cycle that fills the months your annual garden cannot cover. Together they create a food system that produces across the full calendar and strengthens every year instead of resetting to zero every fall. In this video, I'm going to show you the simple version of a backyard food forest. No exotic species, no complicated design theory, just the 4 layers that actually matter, what to plant in each one, and the realistic timeline for when it starts producing meaningful food. Stay to the end because the 4th layer is the one most people skip, and it is the layer that makes the entire system self-sustaining. Layer 1 is fruit trees, and this is the backbone of the food forest. Everything else is built around and beneath the trees. For a backyard food forest, you want semi-dwarf varieties, trees that stay between 8 and 15 feet tall instead of the 30-foot standards that belong in orchards. Semi-dwarf trees are easier to harvest, easier to prune, and they fit in normal backyards without overwhelming the space. Start with 2 to 3 trees maximum. More than that in a typical backyard creates too much shade for the annual garden and the lower food forest layers. An apple and a pear are the strongest starting combination for most climates. Apples can produce hundreds of pounds of fruit once mature. Pears are nearly as productive and store extremely well. If you are in a warmer climate, consider adding a plum or a fig. Figs are especially productive because they fruit on new growth every year and recover quickly even after harsh winters. Plant fruit trees at the north end or along the borders of your property so they do not shade your annual beds during the growing season. Space them 10 to 15 feet apart. Yes, they may take 3 to 5 years before producing meaningful harvests, but that timeline is exactly why they are such a powerful investment. A tree that produces nothing for 4 years may then provide food every year for the next 30 or 40 years. No annual crop comes close to that kind of cumulative output. Layer 2 is berry bushes, and this is the layer that starts paying you back much sooner. Berry bushes occupy the space beneath and around the fruit trees, filling the middle layer of the food forest. Blueberries are one of the best options because they produce during the exact period when many annual gardens are still ramping up. A few mature bushes can provide pounds of fruit every summer, and production increases for years as the bushes mature. Raspberries are even faster. Most varieties begin producing meaningful harvests by their 2nd year and continue expanding from there. Ever-bearing raspberries can give you 2 harvest windows every season, stretching production across several months. Blackberries are similarly productive and require very little maintenance once established. Shade-tolerant options like currants and gooseberries work well beneath tree canopies where sunlight is more limited. Then there are strawberries, which serve as the front edge of the berry layer. They produce early, spread naturally through runners, and fill seasonal gaps before most annual vegetables are ready. What makes berry bushes so valuable is not just the harvest itself, it is the timing. They provide fresh fruit during periods when annual gardens are often producing very little, helping create a much more continuous food supply throughout the year. Layer 3 is perennial herbs and ground cover, and this is the layer most people underestimate. Perennial herbs occupy the ground level beneath the berry bushes and around the base of the fruit trees. Rosemary, thyme, oregano, sage, and chives all come back year after year while becoming larger and more productive with age. Chives are often among the first foods available in the garden each spring. Rosemary and thyme can provide harvests nearly year-round in warmer climates. These herbs do more than produce food. They attract beneficial insects, support pollinators, and help suppress weeds by covering otherwise bare soil. Ground cover plants take that function even further. White clover is one of the best choices because it fixes nitrogen from the atmosphere and releases it into the soil, helping feed nearby plants naturally. Comfrey acts like a nutrient pump, pulling minerals from deep underground and making them available near the surface when its leaves are chopped and used as mulch. Sweet alyssum attracts hoverflies and other beneficial insects that help control pests throughout the entire system. This layer is not decorative. Every plant serves a purpose. Some feed the soil, some attract pollinators, some suppress weeds, some produce food. Together they create a living foundation that supports everything growing above them. Layer 4 is the one that transforms a collection of plants into a true food forest. It is the mulch and soil biology layer. Most gardeners focus on what is growing above ground. Food forests succeed because of what is happening below ground. Every food forest should have a permanent mulch layer covering all exposed soil. Wood chips, shredded leaves, and arborist chips all work well. This mulch suppresses weeds, reduces watering needs, stabilizes soil temperatures, and slowly breaks down into organic matter. As it decomposes, it feeds fungi, bacteria, earthworms, and countless other organisms that form the biological engine of the system. Those organisms convert organic matter into plant-available nutrients and help deliver them directly to plant roots. Over time, the food forest begins creating its own fertility. Fallen leaves become mulch, prunings become mulch, dropped fruit becomes mulch. The system starts feeding itself. This is why mature food forests require dramatically less fertilizer, less compost, and less maintenance than traditional gardens. The fertility cycle becomes internal rather than dependent on outside inputs. I covered my food forest area with a thick layer of arborist wood chips during the first year. By the second year, the soil underneath had completely transformed. It was darker, looser, filled with earthworms, and noticeably healthier than surrounding soil. The mulch was not just protecting the ground, it was building the biological system that would support every harvest for decades. Here is the realistic timeline so you know what to expect. Year 1 is the investment year. You plant the trees, berry bushes, herbs, ground cover, and mulch. Very little food is produced. Year 2 is when the first rewards begin. Herbs are productive, strawberries harvest, raspberries begin fruiting, blueberries produce a small crop. Year 3 brings much larger berry harvests, stronger herb production, and a fully established ground layer. Years 4 and 5 are when the fruit trees begin producing meaningful harvests. The food forest now has multiple layers generating food across multiple seasons. By years 7 through 10, the system is fully mature. Trees produce substantial harvests. Berry bushes reach peak production. The soil biology is deeply established. Maintenance drops dramatically while production continues increasing. And unlike an annual garden, the system does not reset every year. It keeps compounding, and this is why food forests are so powerful. Most gardens reset to zero every year. You buy seeds again. You prepare beds again. You plant again. And every season starts from scratch. A food forest works differently. Every year the trees get larger, the berry bushes produce more, the herb layer spreads, the soil biology becomes stronger, the mulch breaks down into fertility, the entire system compounds. That is the real goal. Not maximum production this season, but increasing production every season after that. A mature food forest can produce hundreds of pounds of fruit, berries, herbs, and perennial crops every year with only a fraction of the work required by an annual vegetable garden. And unlike most garden projects, the best time to start was years ago. The second best time is this season, because every year you wait is another year before those trees, berries, and perennial systems begin paying you back. Plant the trees, add the berry layer, cover the soil, build the biology. Then let time do most of the work. That is how a backyard food forest turns into decades of harvests.